So we often think of ourselves as being one self. But the very process of human socialization gives rise to many selves. Now, most people think, well, hang on, I'm just a me. But in actual fact, when you really start thinking about it, you're not just a me. So, for those of you who are parents, it's very easy for you to think of yourself as parent. So I am not a parent. So I don't have access to that self. But for those of you who are a parent, you know exactly what that means. I have no idea what that means. I can hypothesize, but I've got no tangible experience of it. For those of you who have got a partner, it's very, very easy for you to tap into that self. Now, your partner self is just somebody completely different to your parent self. Would that be fair? Because if you try and actually express parent to your partner, you don't actually last that long, do you? Okay? So now we can clearly see that when you go to your job and do whatever you do for your job, you're not there as your parent self. You're not there as your partner self. You're not there as any other self other than the self that the job requires. But see, if you can create the job description in your head, you can also create the emotions, the intelligence, the thinking systems, the behaviour that go with that. And the wrong behaviour, the wrong intelligence system, the wrong thinking system in the wrong environment is just going to create tension. Trouble is, people don't think of themselves as selves. So we often think of ourselves as being one self. So we now have to start thinking of ourselves as being multiple selves. But the process of human socialization gives rise to multiple, I do not mean split personalities or anything like that. It literally is multiple selves. Each self has its own strengths and weaknesses. Each self has its own job description. Each self has its own creativity. Each self has its own problem-solving capacity. Each self has all of these individual things. If you can't access all of those things, you can only keep using the stuff that you do have access to. And all that will do is create the status quo. So there are all of these other potentialities you just can't access until you decide to do the work of bringing them forward. Now, where money is concerned, you have a primary self that has been conditioned by society. That self can't get you the money that you need for freedom. It can only give you the money that you need for status quo.